Okay, well, welcome to Jammy Stream. This is, of course, Nürburgring 24 hours, or aka Nürburgring Nordschleife. So, welcome to the Green Hell. Is it worth awaiting? Well, we will see, won't we? So, on track we go for Mr. Kimaro. And all is well. Seems to be doing quite well so far. At the moment this is just qualifying, so bear in mind these guys have to do an absolute full race. A full lap, to actually get any time through. So it will be a while yet since the lap time is over 6 minutes in these guys. So with Ricey bringing up the rear, no problem. He's just intending just on a casual line. Okay, off he goes in his own lap. As Jason are there, no problem there. Fun car to drive, the RCZ or RCZ. Totally fictional, of course. So we look at Kuska. So obviously Kuska here in second position. He's obviously trying to, clearly save as much fuel as possible, because fuel saving is a big thing in this race. Always will be. Basically, on any class of car in this, or rather on this track, will be fuel saving. It will be 100%. Anyway. As we turn to Kuska, he's obviously staying behind Jason, so that gives him not only a bit of fuel saving and letting the slipstream pull him along for him, so he's actually only doing a little bit of the work. So it's very smart thinking by Kuska. Ronan obviously in third. He's obviously doing exactly the same and staying behind Kuska. Excellent job. We go back a bit. Fourth. Jules is in the Jag here, so it should do very, very well on this track. Actually, the Jag. Got good hopes for the Jag. This track, that's for sure. Providing it doesn't make, any errors or any costly errors, it should be just fine. Well, that's a bright pink car by the crazy Norwegian. Yes, Mr. Kimaro 75. Yes, sir. You know who you are. And needless to say, I'm sure Kimmy will be watching the stream later on. Okay, as we move on down, sixth place is Blue Racer, who's quite frankly just really taking it easy, really. He's a very good racer in his own right. However, his his manner has become somewhat distasteful among some of the members of the driver's room. Not a great start, but if he can race clean, then all is well. And in the rear we have Mr. DJ Rice, aka Ricey, as I like to call him, DJ Ricey. Okay, well, go back down to Cusker and Ronin. Obviously, Jason has had a little incident here. However, these guys are all on their outlaps, so it shouldn't actually matter none. But under the circumstances, I think Ronin has got the best deal here, because he's absolutely right behind Cusker and actually saving fuel for his qualifying lap. So that's actually a good move. Now that Jason's gone, Cusker can't have that same influence. But in a lot of these corners on the N24 Nürburgring, you do really need to be aware of every single corner, because quite frankly the track is really unforgiving, hence the name the Green Owl. But of course this is only qualifying, so, and they've not even completed a full lap yet. So with that, I think Cusker has deliberately let Ronin past, which is quite an interesting tactic. However, he is so far behind now that he's unable to catch any slipstream from him. So it should be a very entertaining race, either one way or the other. Obviously Cusker, there's Jason. You can see Kimmy in the background. There he goes. Followed by Jules coming the same way. They're all fairly equally spread out at the moment, so there's no real huge advantage for anybody really. So it still should be very interesting. There's a blue going around the technical parts. Okay. Ricey had a little accident, or just not quite sure what's going on there. It's odd. Okay, can't really understand that one. Okay, well, we'll go back to Ronin. Hopefully there's no technical issues. But with Ronin we have first position. All seems to be pretty good. He just managed to get here, so well done him. Got all his lovely sponsors on. Very good. We take a look at Cusker. Obviously there was Ronin just ahead. Must have been about 5 seconds ahead, 4 seconds. So it's going to be interesting. But bear in mind this is only the qualifier, of course, and there is only 7 contestants or 7 racers that we are about to see. So, to be honest, I wish it was more. But, unfortunately, there are so many people that actually dislike the track for whatever reason. And, again, 90 minutes don't seem to be favoured by a huge amount of people, especially on a long and complex track like this. Just a word of warning to Uncle Gadget. Anyway, as we move on, we'll see Jason Hodder in 3rd position. Seems to be doing okay so far, I think. Well, with that said, at the moment, that's very good by Jason, because he keeps it, he's keeping it steady on the track, and you know, to be honest, that's exactly what you want on this track, especially because there's so much greenery around. Your car is likely to slide around like anything and have trouble in actually stopping in the first place. We have a look at Kim, who's not so far behind Jason here. This is the only the qualifying, so he's potentially doing pretty well. But of course, the current positions don't actually hold any representation on where you're actually going to be starting the race from, or what position you're going to be starting the race from. We have a look down again, number 850, Mr. Jules, and he's racing in the Jag. I quite favour the Jag on this track. It's a good little car for a few tracks, especially the long ones and the more, let's just say, complicated tracks where quite often it needs full-on burst of power, and the Jag has got that in spades, so that's absolutely brilliant. As we move down to number 6, Blue Racer. Okay, everything is going pretty well so far, so good. But like I said a few minutes ago, the current positions don't reflect any any race times as yet, since no one's actually passed the line as yet. Set a qualifying lap. Not quite sure what Rice is doing so far behind. Oh wait, that is it's some distance away, isn't it, really? But with Ronan in his Audi TT RS, beautiful car. It's got understeer, yes, but the raw power is, you know, from its rotary engine, just absolutely is just beautiful, beautiful. Did I say rotary engine? My apologies. It's a four-wheel drive. So the tyre is worn a little bit. However, the fuel seems to be off for the quali, so should be interesting nonetheless, because obviously the car's weight and balance will be off put by the different amount of fuel that you have left in the tank. Okay, well, this is soon to be your finishing time, and there we go, 8 minutes and 41.7. So that's a pretty good time on the whole. 8:48.9 by Kusker. Thank you, Mr. Kusker. Just slamming into the wall, who cares? 8:55 by Kim. Jason Harder, 9 minutes. Jules, 8:53. Blue Racer, 8:43. So in fact, it's actually going to be Ronan that holds up pole position. He does like this track, and he's a fast driver, so I've got my money on Ronan today. Blue Racer, needless to say, he paints his own cars all blue, hence the name Blue Racer. He may have some kind of affinity with the colour blue, or anything blue, but who knows. What I do know is that he's going to be starting in second. Oscar's just chilled out, waiting. Jules doing the same, because we've got about 20 seconds to go until the start of the race. So right now, so we're just kind of waiting, really. Ricey has just set a time, 8:57, so that puts him at 6th position out of 7. unfortunately I am not driving. I decided to do the comms instead, Tom, but thank you for asking. You could have beaten me this season. Well, I have to keep it under my hat, you know, for technical reasons, obviously. Tactical reasons. There you go. But I may have been demoted. I'm not quite sure where the standings are, and to be honest, I really haven't been paying much attention to the standings. Maybe I should have been a little bit more, but oh well, never mind. Well, it just seems that we are racing. I don't know how this time has actually come about. Tier 2 is a bit empty, is it? So, oh, okay, mate. Okay, no worries. Well, that's, it is interesting. It's good. It's kind of good how it is at the moment, because it is absolutely. I mean, if you look in, you know, as you can see on track, it's just virtually empty. There's, you know, 7 people out of, you know, that usually 16, 15 or 16 usually turn up, and, you know, less than half have actually turned up. So it either says something to you about two things: either A, the race is too long, being 90 minutes and a finale, or B, it's either people just simply do not like this track. So, Tom, what was it like for you? Yeah, I admit. Well, he's. I'm reading something now. He says he can't stand an hour here, let alone 90 minutes. Yeah, well, the thing is, he's got 90 minutes. There is 90 minutes to actually race, and it is going to be tough going. That is for sure. Oh dear. There's Roden. Well, I'll leave you with Oscar's doing okay at the moment. Everyone's just pretty much ghosted out apart from Kimmy here. So, this lovely pink car. Yes, I said that on camera. Yes, I'll say in public again. Kim, the amazing Nordic beast that is a Viking, driving a pink car. I know. Well, to be honest, well, welcome back anyway, Tom. Welcome back. I must admit, it is it does have to be the track and the car for me. Oh, sorry, the track and the time. Sorry, because it's a long old process, you know. long time to go around a long track, and occasionally your brain needs to unwind occasionally. Oh boy, so I'm being told that this quali is around 25 to 30 minutes, because after you get 10 minutes to complete the lap, so it rounds it off to almost 2 hours. So after qualifying, putting in test laps, and the race itself, it's a long day. Quite frankly, longer than a lot of people would like to deal with. But we've been stuck with the green hell today, and we shall have to stick with it. Kim is just on his home lap, final home lap. He's very keen on this track, so it's good that he's actually kept on going. Very good. Actually, you might even put in another lap time, which will be much better, because I'm sure, in fairness, he actually wants to improve on his present position, number 5. So, a fearless Viking in a pink car. Yes, I'll run it through again. A pink car for a Viking. Oh dear. What are people going to say? What are people going to talk about? God dear. A pink car for a Viking. Right, okay. Well, it should be fun. So, I shall be right back with you. Well, welcome back. Okay, looks like the quali has ended with Ronan taking top spot. So this should be actually a very good race. So with Ronan in pole position, Blue Racer second, Cusker in third, Ricey in fourth, Jules fifth, Kamaru sixth, not where he'd wanted to be, and seventh is Jason Hodder. Okay, and we're off. It looks like we're go, go, go. And Ronin is obviously edging towards the very first turn. All is well. Trying to break out of anyone's natural line. Taking an unfamiliar line himself. But they all seem to be doing quite well. No problem there. We have, in fact, Kamara and Jason seems to have moved up a spot, overtaking Kamara in the process. Very interesting. He's bullying Jules at the moment, but I must admit that's not easy with the Jag having so much power. However, he has actually dived up this inside, made it stick, and has crowned another place. Wow, Jason, aren't you doing so well? Well. We move up the grid a little bit. We have Ricey in fourth. Okay, let's have a look at Ronin. Right, well, they all seem to be pretty evenly spread at the moment, I would say. So all is as it was, apart from Cusker and Blue. Wowee, those guys. I'm sure there's going to be a fight on our hands with these two all throughout the race, I'm sure of it. But the key on this track in its entirety is actually fuel saving, and if you have the right amount of fuel in your car rather than waste it in just putting the foot down, you'd end up spending more time in a pit than you would do less fuel. But it's all in the long-term tactics, I suppose. Right, we'll look down a little bit. See, going over the crest. 5th, Jason. 6th, Kim. And 7th in the Jag, which I'm surprised about, is Jules. So, to Ronin. He has 1.5 second gap, so it's okay. However, Jev and Cusker are not too far behind, and they both seem eager to actually catch him up. Very, very keenly indeed. Well, I do know that the Viper is fast, super fast on the straights. However, it tends to eat up tyres like anything, and is a real fuel guzzler. But then again, it's an American car, so what can you say? It comes from the manufacturer of Dodge. Which have made Vipers for over 30 years. Over 30 years. That's some chain going, isn't it, really? Considering the Viper isn't essentially a road car. I mean, it wasn't built for racing on the road. However, this is the Group 4 version, so it's, they all seem to be doing quite well at the moment. have a look at Blue. Seems to be catching up to Ronan, but not much. Unfortunately, unfortunately to Cusker, it seems that Blue has actually pulled away a little bit. So should be a good good little race this. Ricey started in 6th, I think. Now up to 4th. So well done, Mr. Rice. As we look down the scene, we have Jason in number 5. Turn the same corner, we have Kimaru 75 in 6th. Around the carousel we go. Nice exit and out you go. Good stuff. The Honda Genesis. Good car, very good car. He should have done well here, really. Should have done better, I admit. Jules should have really done better with the Jag, I must admit. But we are in 7th, so it's okay. Not to worry, not to worry. Ronan is numero uno. He started off in pole, ends up being first, providing he doesn't put a foot wrong or make any, you know, impromptu errors. Ronan should do well here. Blue looking ridiculously menacing in his NSX. Oh well, I think Blue must have had a bit of an issue here. So, Ronan remains a 5-second gap now, with Blue Racer's little incident, whatever you call it. I think it was an accident, unforced. So, unfortunately, he remains in 3rd instead of a solid 2nd behind Ronan. However, be careful of those brakes, Cusker. Wowee. But all is well. They seem to be doing very good so far. Ronan, no problem. Cusker, excellent. Blue Racer, not too far behind him at all. There's only just over 1 second in it. So Ricey seems to be following up Blue. Not a problem, but of course it's going to be a bit of a tough call, really. Who makes it to the top spot without any injuries, so to speak? We go back down the field again. Kim being followed by Jason. There we go. Look at this. 2 rivals of the driver's room. But as you can see, Jason clearly driving the Peugeot RCZ. Specially created for your eyes by GT Sport. Given to us by Sony and Polyphony Digital. Thank you very much, guys. And in the back we have, on rear we have Jules. Yeah, he's doing so far so good, but he's slowly but surely losing more and more time. So it's not hugely great. As for Ronin, he seems to be lapping it up, no problem. Just keep going, doing what you're doing, and he'll be just fine. But we have these two, Blue Racer and Cusker. It's I knew these two would be a fight right from the off. I mean, I'm sure I've said it before, but yeah, it's going to be a real good match, that's for sure. Well, Blue tries to go on the overtake, side by side. And Blue is clearly quicker on that straight. Around the bend we go, and away. Blue has made it into second. Bravo, sir. We see Cusker trying to grab onto Blue's coattails. Unfortunately, it looks like that Blue is just getting further and further away, inch by inch. I must admit, the Viper isn't exactly the most manoeuvrable car out there. So you will have a hard time following Blue in every corner, in every single line that Blue Racer does. Nevertheless, we look at Ricey, following from a bit from behind. It's okay. 4 seconds. Kimmy 4 seconds again. 4 seconds behind Ricey. Jason 4 seconds behind Kim. And Jules 4.5 seconds. Well, I think I must have missed that one, unfortunately. It seems that Jason Holder has had a little bit of an accident and has ended up crashing out and coming 7th. Well, I was scrolling through all the people. How bad do you want that? Really? Oh man, I can't believe that. Well, that was a bit of a shock really, because actually he's been doing quite well this season. Actually really well. So that's excellent. Good for him. However, he really needs to either pull something out of the bag right now to catch Jules and the rest of the pack up, or you need to hope that someone else in front of you makes an error. Be right back. Try not to over-rev it, Jason. You lose time if you do that. Move with Jules at the moment. Well, it's a different view. It's a different driver, same view, unfortunately. So go to Kim again. Yeah, different view, different driver, same view. Ricey cruising, see what he can do. Looks like he's cushing Custer at the moment, so it's all good. As you can see, Ronan is quite a distance ahead, 4.5 seconds ahead of Blue. That one a little bit too much, but okay. So far so good, really. Well, I think there's been a connection issue. There's been a connection issue. I'm pretty sure there's been a connection issue. Although Ronan, it seems, wasn't affected. However, it seems a few of the drivers have decided that's it. Blue Racer has left, Jules has left, Rice has left. Who now? Well, bit of a shocker, this one, really. Yeah, I don't quite know what to say, really. Okay, well, there seems to be some kind of connection problem. Blue Racer just stating that he was obviously disconnected, which was a bit of a shame, really, because he was in second going well, and it's, you know, final race of the season. I mean, it's really too long to actually restart. So now we just have 4 people to look after. So, well, it's quite interesting. This. That's a real shame. It was really getting into that, but unfortunately, due to connection issues with both Blue and Jules stating that it was internet connection, that or rather the should I say not their internet connection, rather should I say the game's servers are playing up a little bit tonight, and it just has to be on tonight. Yeah, very unfortunate here. Yeah. Well, that's been a bit of a shocker, that, really, to be honest. I don't think. Well, Blue Red has rejoined the room. However, of course, he won't be in the race, which is a bit of a disaster. Unfortunately for Blue, he should be in the race. He wanted to be in the race, and he ends up being disconnected. A tragedy that we all have had in the past. Thank you, PD servers. Well, with that on, I hope everyone who is listening is keeping healthy and from COVID, because COVID's not too good, is it? Everyone in the UK should have had their first jab at least. There's 2 jabs, I believe, to come along. So I don't quite know what we're going to do here, because with 2 of the, well, with 2 of the middle people out, the rear person out, it's not going to be much of a race with 4 people. So now we're going to do the restart for a regular 1 hour. So for obvious reasons. Well, that was that was a bit of a shocker, to be honest. Well, I don't quite know what to say, but oh dear. Well, that one really went to the dogs. Well. Well, it looks like we'll be just doing a standard 1 hour race now. Yeah. So we go down to, it's just 60 minutes. Oh dear. Well, that was a bit of a pain in the rear end, I must admit. Well, I don't quite know what to say to that, apart from, well, no, I just don't have any words. I just don't know what to say to that. Sorry. Come on, PD, sorts it out. Well, thank you for joining the stream anyway, Mr. Rice. So, unfortunately, due to the connection issues, we will be back on track. And with the race as soon as possible. So right now it's just a bit of a shame that it couldn't have actually gone a little bit smoother had there were no connections. Sorry, had there were no connection problems. But unfortunately there were. So we had issues. So the race had to be restarted. So I meant contacting everybody, getting them back on track, leaving the room if they needed to, and then coming back ready for the other race. Who said life was easy? Hey, who said life was easy? Not me. we are off again, just missed the start unfortunately. So back with Ronan obviously in first position. They do start off in whatever positions they actually remained in when at the time of connection issues. And we are back on track with Ronan in first, Cusker second, Blue Racer right behind him, just like last time incidentally. Ricey holding up fourth place quite nicely. I think the club sport should actually go quite well together on this track. Tomorrow should do quite well, except just missing the final oomph that it really needs. But with the Genesis, to be honest, I find quite frankly it's an underrated car, but there you go. There you go. So with that said, I will say down to 6th we have Jason. Oh there. Hello Jason. And in 7th we have Mr. Jules. Mr. Jules, yeah, in 7th position. So, as we look back, first running. Okay, well, we have, I mean, even though Cusker's in second, which is a darn good position to be in, Blue is, I think, a little bit quicker than Cusker. However, do need to, we do like a good battle these days, I must admit. And you see Ricey rise on the background. Excellent job in chasing those two down. So if you can let those two have a battle while you do your be patient and catch up, it's good with me. Tomorrow 1.8 seconds and 0.9. He's around 2 seconds now behind Ricey. So got a bit of catching up with Jason. A little bit far behind. And Jules bringing up the rear. In 7th. Unfortunately, hopefully, I hope and I pray that there will be no more connection issues today. But quite frankly, there's nothing worse than a race you've been waiting for, you've been concentrating on, that you've been practicing for, and suddenly to find that halfway through it's disconnected. And quite frankly, at the worst, is right at the end, is disconnected just before you pass the final line. Yeah. It's ridiculous, really, but there you go. The joys of online gaming. Anyway, we have a look at Ronan. Obviously, a good 4.2 seconds ahead now, so he's getting ahead quite a lot. And actually, this is quite sure why the hazard put on, but okay. Warning lights. well, these three seem to be battling hammer and tongue, so that's excellent. We'll go back to those guys in a second. Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, well, we're back down to these three. Blue Racer, followed by Cusker, followed by DJ. By their own personal DJ. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know it, Ricey. What a great stream. But unfortunately, there's only this track to go now. So with what we're at 52, just over 52 minutes, I'm guessing, left of this track. So but first position is obviously Ronan, but he seems to be widening his gap every single turn, every single lap, every single, you know, edge, decline, incline, you name it. He's doing ever so well. Right now he's doing brilliantly, not putting a foot wrong, building up the gap, and that's, quite frankly, is exactly what Ronan wants these two to do: fight amongst themselves so he can build up a lead. Incidentally, that's what he's done. So we have a look at Blue and Cusker. Obviously, Cusker with the grunt of the muscle car, with Blue finding it tough to overtake, unless he's going for a move here on the inside of the gentle left. Now side by side. Cusker's not going to chance it and lets Blue through without an issue. There's what could be worse than actually someone having an accident on that long straight. Oh dear, God knows, it happened to me many a time. But they all seem to be racing okay. Everyone seems to be connected okay. We'll have a look in Murray's car. I think that was a little bit of a late break from Kim. Bit of an error. He's actually let Ricey slip away. Ricey trying to get past on the inside of Cusker. He's done a magnificent job there in getting to third, so fantastic. Good for Ricey. Careful, Ricey. Seems to be a bit all over the place at the moment, possibly because he's under pressure from 2 people behind him. Again, I think that's perfectly understandable. Whoops. Oh dear, that was a big error. Well, I'll tell you something, that could have come out a whole lot worse than it did. Well, he's actually safe, believe it or not. Well, we have a look at Jason Hilaire here. So it all seems to be very good. Nice view. And then we go back to the superstar amazing view. Ricey Kim, who's overtaken DJ Rice for some reason, and we have a bit of a battle going on here. If we change our view to cockpit view, you see quite how close these two are, and in fact these two are literally driving right next to each other, right behind each other. Should be an entertaining race, no doubt about that. There's nothing worse than dirty air. Alright, nicely held, Bill. It could have gone a lot worse. So, with those two battling and Custer ahead at present, Kamaru just behind. Here's Ricey just following. It should go okay. Unfortunately, because of the connection problems earlier on, we have had a little bit of a change of determination, I feel, throughout the room, because it can upset a lot of people's confidence if you're doing well and the connection suddenly goes. So unfortunately, some things can't be helped immediately. So at present we seem to be doing A-OK with this car. The Genesis, Hyundai Genesis, and seems to be catching up with the rest of those guys out the front. So all is well, but we will have a look. Because the overtaking possibilities are, quite frankly, endless on this track, providing the car stays out of your way. Well, Ronin is nice and clean. He's had no problems whatsoever. His front tyres are a bit, quite frankly, eaten up. And yet it's only at the beginning of lap 3. Wow, that's something, isn't it? So, with Blue's tyres, equally worn over the space of a four-wheel drive, over four tyres rather. It seems four-wheel drives, they put all the pressure on the front tyres when you're braking, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a shame about that one. We have Cuska's tyres a little bit more worn at the front. Kim's tyres seem to be doing okay. Yeah. Rice's tyres nicely balanced and fuel. No problem, just under a quarter gone. And Jules' tyres more worn at the front again. I mean, I think, and Jason has gone into the pits and come out and racing mediums. So that's quite an interesting tactic, really, from Jason here. So how will it all fare long term for Jason's career? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have Cuska and Blue fighting as per usual. With Kim, in fact, not all that far behind him. In fact, that's quite good. He's got what, 30, just under 38 minutes. Sorry, just under 39 minutes. Excuse me, to go, and with that, he's actually made up a place with Blue actually dropping behind. I think he seems to be having a few problems with his tyres, and I'm not quite sure why, but he's obviously made a mistake one way or the other. So unfortunately, a bit of a pain that one, but Kim seems to be doing pretty well. Yeah. Pretty well. If you like manga or anime, Kimaro will design a car for you free of charge. Well, I think actually the sensible thing to do for Blue Racer, in fact, to do is actually hang where he is right at the moment. Is literally just behind, about a second behind these guys, and see if they make any interesting moves. Providing you've still got the slip from them, just in case you fall back a bit too far. But you can't obviously fall back that far that you're actually losing time. So I think he's actually slipping a little bit too far back. So he's obviously either got to pull his finger out or a two-header driving extremely nicely. So, with Cusker ahead, and Ronin is, well, quite frankly, on his own, and he's going to be for the rest of the race, I feel. With 36 minutes to go, he will just be cruising with no real pressure. But the power of the Audi TT RS is unquestionable. It is a powerhouse. A four-wheel drive powerhouse. And incidentally, that's just what you need on this track, a four-wheel drive. Ups, downs. Left, right. Okay, well, we sit with Kim. Right behind Cusker, goes for an overtaking move. Not quite sure whether to take it or not. He moves against overtaking Cusker at this point. Pretty dangerous to overtake a person, especially on a blind corner. Second carousel. And let's see if Kim can actually catch Cusker up with the slip. Maybe, but I feel that the dodge is just too strong for the straights. Wow, would you look at that? Would you look at that? What a pass by Kimaro. Wow, that is absolutely something else. And there is Cusker from the rear with Blue right behind him, who incidentally both go into the pits while Kim stays out. This should be interesting because Kim is okay on tyres, I'm guessing. Fuel, little bit of fuel needed, I would say. But then again, we only have just over 32 minutes to go. So, with it being an hour long race, you shouldn't need to fill up at all, or at least Kim shouldn't. So, on it goes. Just keep on going. Well, Ronan in second position. It was a clear first. We also need to look to see how close he's getting to Himaro. I think coming over at 5.5 seconds, and you can just see Kim in the distance. But bear in mind, Ronan has okay, again, very odd. Well, let's move on for a different view, I feel. I mean, a second has been made up just in the last eighth of the track, so Ronan should just take it easy and just keep on the pressure, which is good news. Have a look at Blue Racer in the meantime, with Costco right behind him. Incidentally, I think absolutely everybody has been to the pit apart from Kimaro. Seem to be some kind of connection issues with some of the drivers again. I'm not quite sure what's going to be done about it. Blue was lucky there not to lose it entirely, but he stayed with it. Good for him. As we see, Ronan clearly it's already caught up with Romaro, ready to overtake. And you know what? He's on much fresher tyres and racing soft, and I think that's a good call. The tyres end up being worn down to a frazzle on this track, absolutely. So we will see. Tomorrow, gently letting him past. Very good of Kim. And as Ronan slowly disappears into the distance, that should literally be his last stop of the race. However, Kim, on the other hand, does need to come into the pits. Unless he's trying a no-stopper, which quite frankly I don't advise it, because you're going to lose so much time over every single corner with the tyre sliding, or with the car sliding rather, so you just won't have any grip at all. growing and getting further and further away. Just a speck in the distance now from Roman's point of view. It's easy going and just basically flat out to the finish line. We should do quite well here. See that tomorrow with the Hyundai Genesis. Good car overall, underrated in my opinion, and has got all the qualities that a good race car has. It's just not the quickest, but certainly handles very well. And overall, that's what you want in any race car. Apart from to be fast, is for it to handle great, and the rest should fit inside that. So, is he going to go into the pit? That's what I want to know. You see? Meanwhile, we have Blue Razor and Jeff Busker. Rossi getting a little bit of a penalty. Oops. And Jules not last. Thankfully, well done. Quite good from his standard, because actually what Jules has actually done is actually come back from where he was on a poor standing at the beginning of the race and ended up moving up one or at least one to sixth position. So actually that's actually not too bad, considering Kim is just gone into the pits, meaning he's the only one that actually needed to change the tyres, so things could all change. As we move up to Cusco's next online, he goes through the pits, goes past the pits, sorry, as does Blue Racer. Kim DJ Rossi goes past with the pit exits right in the line of where Rossi was going to be. That's going to be tricky. So should be quite good, this one. So they're both on pretty fresh tyres. Kim with slightly fresher tyres, although Ricey is on the super softs. Well, in fact, they're both on the super softs. So should be a pretty good race, really. But Ricey does have less fuel in, which can and will hold advantage to him. So that is great. Slides the car around in the club sport. Quite reliable, the club sport, the Porsche club sport. Group 4 car, very good. Kim has gone off, used the grass, and Ricey says thank you very much, I will take that position. So well done, Mr. Ricey. Good job. So we're looking at Blue Racer absolutely trying to overtake Cusker here. In a final battle, but Cusker goes super wide. And now side by side, who can believe it? With Blue Racer trying to get into second. You know there's just over 20 minutes to go in this race, plenty of time, but you know people are still going to be making mistakes, even if their tyres are relatively fresh. Cusker is far behind, with Blue Racer now and currently setting the fastest lap times. But not with that corner, unfortunately. So all looks well. Ronan being 25 seconds ahead. I mean, quite frankly, he's what an average driver would call an alien. Yes, Ronan is an alien. I say that on the live stream. Ronan is an alien. And back to the race with Jason holding up 7th position. And unfortunately he clips the side, but not too much damage. However, he is last and now almost 20 seconds behind number 6, which isn't great. His tyres don't seem to be gripping too well now. I mean, he's on mediums, but to be honest, I thought they might do him some favours, but they really haven't, unfortunately. Unless he's going for a two-stopper, which is, quite frankly, tactical and brave if you can pull it off. But since he's in last place, it seems a bit of a waste, really. And now he's just, unfortunately, the rest of his race has not gone along with his strategy. So, tyre strategy. So now what we'll have to do is well we're 22.1 seconds behind Jules, so unfortunately that's Jason there, unfortunately. Well, we'll join Ronan, 28 seconds ahead, no problem there. Cusker has managed to get ahead of Blue again, which is fantastic, to and fro. That's what we like to see with these drivers, with good drivers. As we love a good battle in the drivers' room. This is in fact the finale race, or race finale of this season 1 at the Nürburgring Nordschleife in 24. It is officially the longest racetrack in the world. Well, look at this, Blue Racer going past Cusker on the straight again. These two drivers are so evenly matched, it really, you know, is tough to actually put anything between them. Ronan has seemed to have gone into the pit. He needs a tyre change. This is a strange one because he's only got 15 minutes left now. Although he's in first, he will be able to see Blue right behind him, and in fact here he comes with Cusker almost touching him as touching the rear of the car as they go around the corner. So with Ronan staying in first position, he's got a definite advantage of fresher tyres. Now Ronan has come out in super softs. I think that was an excellent strategy. Starting out initially in super softs, pitting for softs, and pitting for the second time to change to super softs to finish off the race. And he's still in first position. He's done very, very well indeed. As we see down the field, is Blue Racer. Clearly has had a job to stay away from Cusker in third. His beautiful DeWalt livery. Check out Kim. His tyres are pretty fresh. He has had a bit of an issue in keeping on the track occasionally a bit like that. No doubt he's going to get a penalty from that. But he didn't, which I'm surprised about. And now we have Ricey, in fact, right behind Kim, clearly wanting to get past. However, he has got more worn tyres, so this will be a bit of a battle here. With Kimmy on better tyres. With Ricey having less fuel, it's going to be a bit of an even race between these two, I guess. So let's pull up, see how Jules is doing. Okay, seems to be struggling a little bit. Okay. Jason again so it's got a while. So with Rossi 1.3 seconds behind Kamaru, and there he is in fact. It's not all that bad for Rossi. But it seems Kenny's really put his foot down. And with better tyre management, I think he's done very, very well. With Rossi not too far behind, as you can see. However, with Custer dying to catch up to Blue Racer, we have a gap of 5 seconds. However, it's going to be pretty tough since he's already struggling with the tyres, and with 9 minutes to go, it's going to be a little bit tough because it's not enough time for the pits. It's going to take too long, and you're likely to lose places. So, you know, just have to put his foot down and hope for the best, and hope everything goes his way. You can hear those tyres squealing every time he goes round a sharp corner. Look at Super Kim's car. Well, with Rossi here with 2.1 seconds behind Kim. All you can do is just carry on and hope to catch Kim up really, really quickly. But with Rossi's tyres as they are, you can only do so much. I mean, clearly you can see that his car as a whole is completely struggling with the tyres being so warm as they are. So while he Well, he's so far ahead, he's clearly not enough to catch any slipstream on this wonderfully long straight. Unfortunately, won't be able to do anything about his improving his time against Kim, which is a bit of a shame. A lap of 8:57. But clearly it's not one of the quickest I've ever seen, but he seems to be managing okay, essentially with the tyres as they are. Because right now we have Kim, who's struggling a bit, seems to be struggling a little bit. I'm not quite sure why, because his tyres should be in pretty good order, and he should be okay with all the corners. Not quite sure why he took that corner quite so wide, but he seems to be taking fourth with ease, so not a problem there. With Jeff Kosker, unfortunately now 8.3 seconds behind Blue Racer, which is a bit of a shock, to be honest, because these two were fighting all the way through the race, and now they're kind of really not. So with Ronan with 13.6 seconds ahead, with Blue with worn tyres, Ronan with not worn tyres. Well, clearly Ronan has to be the champ. Well, 14 seconds ahead, so that can't actually be too bad, really. With Blue Racer in second, 9.2 seconds behind is Jeff Kosker. Had a bit of a tough battle this one. Kim, he's been pretty much middle of the field right from the start, really. Had no hugely major issues, but just kept it on track the majority of the time, which is also good. It's what we all want, to be honest, to be on track at all times. Fifth is DJ Rossi, clearly struggling with his tyres. He's doing his best to stay up with Kim, and I marvel at him for staying that close to Kim at this stage of the race with such worn tyres. It can be a real game changer. With Jules, however, over a minute behind Ricey, so he stays in sixth. Seems to be doing okay so far. With Jason Hodder just pulled to the side just before the finish line. Well, quite frankly, waiting for the race to end. With the lap warden saying the lap flag guy saying, waving a green flag saying, "Go on, you idiot, go on, go on." Clearly he's not going to go on, and clearly he's just going to stay there just before the end of the race and then cross the line. However, back to the race. We have Ronan in first position and going to stay that way until the end of the race, I feel. That's good for him. 16 seconds behind now is Blue Racer. 11.6 seconds behind Blue Racer is Cusker. He's doing so well today. Himself and Blue Racer have had a very good battle today on here. Very impressive, actually, very good. And tomorrow, 13 seconds behind Cusker, is just cruising at the moment. Is where you are at the moment. All you just need to do is just get across the line ASAP, really, to be honest. And that's all you really want to do. Jason has officially crossed the line in 7th. While we wait for Ricey, only 3.7 seconds behind Tomorrow in his very tire-worn Porsche. Tough going, tough going. Jules White, what a way out with his Jag. I was expecting a lot better result, to be honest, with the Jag, but it ended up just not being Jules' day. So it's perfectly understandable with Jason now in ghost mode, having crossed the line already. Not a problem. However, we are looking at Ronin GTHAYC. Ready to cross the line, just around this corner and cross the line. Good job, Ronan. And finishes the race in first. Starts in first, finishes in first. Bravo, Ronan. We have Blue Racer just following, not too far behind. Around 25 seconds, but then again it is quite far if you think about it. So thank you to Blue Racer, who's now finished, followed by Cusker, who's finished, Kimaru just finished, Ricey just about right behind Kimaru with his one tyre, which is quite frankly terrible. And we're just waiting for Jules to finish the race, and we should all be done. Well, with the race that it went like it did today, with the earlier connection problems, it was a bit of a shame having to restart in 2 parts as such, but that's actually the way it goes sometimes. So you know, it is the way it is. So fantastic, good for you, Ronan. You did well done. You did well, very, very well, and bravo, sir, for getting first place. And Ronan gets the victory, pole position, fastest lap, and the victory. Dude, what more do you want? What more does that guy want, eh? Really, unbelievable. Well, that's fantastic work by Ronan. So, bravo, sir. Well done. Thank you for watching my stream. And yes, indeedy, Tom, I am still going. Just about not to be, funnily enough, because I've just about to doze off myself. Wears me out, this, you know. Wears me out. All this racing around. Who would have thought there'd be a lot of racing around on a racetrack? Yeah, as if. Fantastic race, guys, everyone there, and this is where I leave you to say bye bye. Thank you for the race, and thank you for watching, guys, and I will be with you on my normal streams, which is 7:30 p.m. UK time on Thursdays, and 7:30 p.m. UK time on Sundays. So until then, I will see you soon. Check out for me, as I will be driving, not commentating, and I will still be doing my thing. Enjoy the race. Thank you for being here, and that is my saying goodbye. Thank you very much. Bye bye.